They told us they didn't exist. The ratmen, the Skaven. Just a story to keep the young'uns in check. I wish they were a story. If the lads had seen what I had, they wouldn't believe it. Don't think they'd have wanted to. They picked a fight with some dwarfs. Had some contraption near one of their mountain cities. Guess they had some scheme cooking, and given the size of the army sent to stop them, it must have been serious. The rats, they had some sort of wizard with them. Called down this lightning, but it were green. The colour, the sound, made me feel sick. I heard dwarfs don't look kindly on magic, and this really stirred them up. Got him in the thick of the fight quick, that did. They had a human with them. Strange, I've never heard of no human fighting in a dwarf army. Must have been important. Travelled up front with 2 dwarfs. One was as broad as he was tall. One eye, his axe, crest. Slayer he was. The other had the same hair, but he didn't look like no slayer. Carried a rifle, not an axe. Barked orders in an accent like none I've ever heard. Don't know how the others understood him, but they followed his every word. Guess he must have been in charge. I thought it looked good for the dwarfs, that it would be over quickly, but then I heard this rumble. How many rats must it take to make the ground shake, I wonder? A lot. Not just ratmen, beasts they had. Walked on 2 legs, arms as thick as a man. Enough to give you nightmares, but nothing compared to those things. I can't tell you what they were supposed to be, but I know they came from nothing natural. Reckon they'd be too blasphemous even for the Chaos Gods. Bulging skin they had, like there was someone inside them. They were fat and threw themselves around all dizzy-like. Every movement sent a dozen dwarfs off their feet. Tell you, sight of one of those things would have been enough to send me packing, but a slayer, the one-eyed one, he caught one look at it and went straight for it. Human too, though he didn't look as keen on the idea. They had these grey flying machines, the dwarfs, and I've never seen anything like it. Even them steam tanks they got coming out of Knoll, they were nothing compared to these. I don't know how they stayed up. Must have been magic, but dwarfs don't use magic, do they? Don't think us humans are supposed to understand it. Wonder what it would be like to be on one of them. Seeing the battle from up there, or to be underneath, having those bombs and cannons rain down on you. Nothing you can do. Almost feel sorry for the Skaven. Nah, not really. The fighting was vicious. The amount the Skaven threw at the dwarfs, I tell you, I don't reckon an Imperial army could have held them. I used to think of dwarfs as like humans, just shorter. I'm supposed to say short, am I? Like humans, but more little. Watching them fight though, they're as different to us as we are to the ratmen, or the orcs. The way some of them just threw themselves at the rats, no fear, no worry. It's like they wanted to die. But they weren't throwing their lives away like idiots. They were dragging dozens of Skaven down with them. Thousands of the furry buggers there were. But the dwarfs held them there, at the bottom of the hill. If one fell, another took their place. That sort of discipline, that lack of fear, it ain't normal. I'd have been gone the second I saw the mutants, but none of them looked afraid. Bloody glad they're our allies. I thought all was lost from at one point. More Skaven were coming from behind, but they didn't seem bothered. Didn't even brace for impact, they rushed to meet them. One rat was riding around on this wheel, right? Crackling with energy. Must have been built by a lunatic. Don't know how it worked, don't want to know. The one-eyed dwarf, swear he was mad. Charged straight for it. Must have hit a fuel tank or something, because it exploded. Sent the dwarf flying, figured him dead, but nope. He gets up, runs towards the nearest biggest melee, and dives right in. I heard slayers are out to seek their doom. Sigmar knows what it would take to kill one like that. Finally, the Skaven slowed. Good chunk of them turned tail and ran. Dwarfs wouldn't let them though. Even from where I was hiding, I could see the relief. Guess they'd shut down whatever that big thing was. Stuck my head out to see which way the rats were going, but must have got hit by something. Knocked me right out, don't know how long for. Woke up on my back. Some cheeky bugger had nicked one of my shoes. All that was left was bodies. Skaven, dwarfs, beast, all twisted together. Feels wrong seeing those proud warriors in their fancy armor laying there next to those monsters. I always thought dwarfs were like us. Don't think that anymore. Won't ever look down on them again. I don't mean because of their height. You know what I mean. And that was an eyewitness account of a clash between the Skaven and the dwarfs. If you are hearing this now, it's because you listened to the whole thing. Well done, and thank you. My name is Willis, and this video came about from the idea. What if in every Total War battle, there was just some peasant hiding behind a tree and then going on to describe the story to his mates? This channel is all about me exploring various narrative ideas from strategy games. I'm starting with Total War and hoping to branch off to some other things later. I have another similar battle already up if you want more, as well as a longer campaign video for Malakai if you are in a bit of a dwarfy mood. If you want to see more weird little short stories like this, stay in the loop by subscribing to the channel, and tell me which battles and lords you want old Barnabus to witness next. The peasant, I'm calling him Barnabus. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you another day for another story.